Not only is Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige involved with the film and TV side of things, also dabbling into comics, we now have found out that he's also involved with the creative side of the video games as well, as he's constantly consulting on what they're doing. So I personally don't think this is really surprising at all, considering that it was only about 2.5-ish, 3 years ago that we found out that Kevin Feige would be taking over everything at Marvel. This included overseeing comics, video games, films, everything that they were doing. He would be in charge of all of Marvel. Again, this was going to be a trickle-down effect where he would have his hands on everything. So as we recently found out with a recent pretty big announcement from EA that they've committed to 3 video games based on Marvel IPs, it was also revealed right there that Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige, for years now, has been advising Marvel video games and focusing on providing them feedback, creative input, direction, and also kind of, I guess, acting as a resource for all the people involved with every corner of Marvel gaming. Now, as a consultant, obviously Kevin Feige isn't going on there and looking at the video games from the ground up, telling them, no, do this, do that, change this, like he does with the films and TV. Instead, what he's doing is he's there as a major resource. If they have a question, if they're trying to figure out something, if they need to know how they can connect to other parts of the Marvel universe or what might work, why not ask the guy that made it work on TV and film? And it's the only example of Hollywood succeeding in that type of storytelling. Again, there's a lot that goes into video game development that covers hundreds of people, sometimes thousands of people working on one video game with multiple studios. So having him as an asset, somebody that you can ask about input, somebody that knows about the licensing restrictions and all that, really does make a lot of sense. And it also makes sense that we're hearing that sometimes he's a little bit more hands-on if they're dealing with some of his favorite characters, because he has great ideas that he wants them to implement. Again, it's just one of these things where he's a lifelong fan and loves Marvel, so it makes sense that they're going to ask the man in charge. I mean, he's made Marvel the biggest brand in history, as it was on the verge of its final bankruptcy and being sold off to pretty much everywhere in Hollywood, with every studio picking up the scraps. So you probably want to listen to that guy.